Oh. Huh?
That sounds like an RX-7.
Oh, it sounded like an RX-7 an hour ago.
We were worried.
Yeah, I know. I just saw you guys' calls.
We heard cops. We heard a few turbo cars popping and banging. We were like, oh fuck.
I took a couple wrong exits because I wasn't paying attention. But,
okay.
But I did leave late too. So.
All right.
Well, I'm here. Should I park somewhere else?
No, you go right here.
All right.
We're out in the country, so no one's gonna care, but still.
It just does that. I'm sorry.
You just gotta get rid of all that excess in the exhaust, huh?
In the chamber.
It's cleaning out the deposits, of course.
Oh.
You're not doing it right if you don't redline it.
All right, well, let's get this video started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the CAR-NIVORES YouTube channel. I am Justin, and we are here at mine and Jacob's house. Doors are slamming, wind's blowing, and we're gonna follow up on what James did on his whole swamp house fleet, and we're gonna do our own version of it. We've got Sean and Nathan here, and our friends, Sam and Taraj, and Jacob. So we're gonna take a look at everything we got out here because we've had a couple new additions and some things that we've never actually focused on at all. So, which one do y'all want to start with? This thing? They're not paying attention?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, this is the 1989 Subaru Alcyon, which is the version before that one. Yeah, so this is literally an SVX, but this is called the XT. This is the wedgiest of all the wedge cars. Literally, it had the lowest drag coefficient in the 80s when it was released, and it has what Tesla copied. Awesome slot door handles, or whatever you want to call it. Collapsible mirrors, which wasn't an option for a long time. Yeah,
Luxury at the time.
and a shitty sunroof that pops up.
Does it leak?
Yes,
Ah.
yes, real bad. Somebody messed it up. Someone messed it up. Not me. I've never driven this. So now the story of this car. We'll do what James did.
It looks like a really early gen Prelude.
It looks like a lot of 80s cars.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I'm super excited about this car because it was already EG33 swapped, which, if you don't know, EG33 is the flat 6 that is out of that. This is the XT6, which came with a flat 6, but it just wasn't the same, legendary thing. But it was faster than the Turbo 4 version of this.
Okay, it was
So,
an NA6.
yes. So yes, it is all-wheel drive. It is manual. It came with the option of the digital gauge. This one does not have it, unfortunately. But if you haven't seen the video, I did a backstory on all this. This one is known as Frankenwedge because it was already EG33 swapped.
That's a manual shifter?
That is a manual shifter. Go ahead and sit in there.
Yeah. Are there angry spiders?
No, not in this one. So
What? Okay, well there's no trans in it, right?
yeah, the trans isn't in there, but yes,
Feels like a plane.
It shifts on a ball,
Yeah.
so that you don't need a shift boot. It has the asymmetric steering wheel.
Wow, that is
And
weird.
if you pull down the adjuster, the gauges move with it.
That is interesting.
80s technology. Ingenuity.
Wow.
So it's all aircraft inspired, so everything is like front facing right in front of you. The pedals are nice and close together, which is going to be amazing when we start racing this thing. Yeah. But yeah, so unlike the SVX, they didn't get creative with the e-brake on this, but like you've got these little dials and whatnot in the center console.
Diff lock.
Yeah, diff lock, which I don't know if it'll work. It has the defeat button, which we still don't know what exactly that does. And yeah, back seats that are absolutely useless, and a curved rear window to help with blind spots. It's a pretty decent car.
Probably super expensive to replace.
Well, with how rare it is, everything's expensive to
Just get in
replace.
alignment with the wheel like this.
No, I will not. So yeah, this car, the plan for this car, well, originally it was to compete with this dude's Miata in the autocross, but
They're kicking me out of their group.
he's leaving us. Don't listen to him.
I violated the rules and they're kicking me out.
So this guy moved all the way from California and didn't find a job. Now he got a job in California, is going back. Thanks.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks for ruining our lives.
At least I made a lot of cool friends, and I'll never, like, I'm still gonna keep in contact with you guys.
Oh, of course. You're gonna be our Carnivores.
I'll be the West Coast.
Carnivores West.
Yeah,
Exactly. We need to fix the cam in this still because we're stupid and thought it was more work than it actually is. So look forward to seeing this soon. Should slip in pretty easy. Might get these two to help us.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Teach y'all something.
You know where to find me. You can jump in it.
You like my windshield, my washers?
Squirters?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, luxury. But yeah, what car do y'all want to see next? Do you want to be a part of this?
I'm social distancing.
Okay. Whatever.
Save the next generation.
All right, so we'll move on from the XT to the SVX. Number 1. This is the OG green SVX. This is the one I've had for almost 10 years, and it's been through the military, it's been through college, and then it got hit when I decided to move to Raleigh and get a job here and stay here, and then I get rear-ended.
Dude, cars get hit in Raleigh. My
Just-
Miata got hit.
Exactly. It's just what happens. Yeah, good luck with you two. Just don't go into town. So, all right. So the story with this is it got hit, and ever since then we were going to swap the internals and everything, the engine and trans manual swap and everything over into the red car, which we'll get to in a second. So the SVX is the 90s Subaru flagship car until they started winning rally races, and then they said, screw luxury, we can't compete with BMW. So they got rid of their Italian designer and started making rally cars with turbos and no flat sixes. Now all their flat sixes are for your mom cars and your souped up Outbacks.
Was
So
when the STI came around?
the STI came around when they were successful in rally.
Okay.
Yep.
Does it make noise?
Does it make noise?
Yeah. Like almost just like I mean your muffler. Or like always like
There is a muffler.
Oh.
The muffler was cut off, and yeah, we can get into exhaust. The muffler was cut off and a Y pipe was installed, more like a T pipe, but it sounds all right. Sounds like an old Porsche,
Nice.
since, you know, flat six platform. But after the accident, there are holes all in this thing, and who knows where the exhaust leaks are, but it still sounds good. It's tame. It's not loud like some of the VQs around town. But
I do like the sound of it.
this one has, I got these, someone made some LED tail lights. Go hit the brake real quick.
Remember seeing them.
See,
Oh yeah, nice.
I bought these for, I'd say 150 bucks.
You bought the whole assembly, or you had
Just
to like
all
take
of
it
them.
apart?
No, someone had already done it. Oh no. That's manual life, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you're driving fast, you get confused. Yeah, oh yeah. You're like, where's the left foot go? Well,
You got 2 feet,
not
but
since.
sometimes if you're good enough, you can press all 3 pedals at once.
Yep. That's what you do to slow down real fast.
So,
Gotta hit all 3 and downshift. Tail lights were done to this. Muffler delete was done to this. Interior wise, nothing has been done besides the shifter, because it is manual swap. I used a 04 Subaru STI transmission, 6-speed. I need to get one of those bias controller things.
oh, you have a 6-speed?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
6-speed.
wow.
Yeah, we didn't use much of it in that autocross.
No, we all second.
It's all second gear. But yeah, super torquey, super fun to drive. The EG33 is a fantastic platform that is underrated and forgotten about with all the other Japanese legendary 6-speeds in the 90s that people absolutely love. Well, this is another one. So, but don't sacrifice SVXs for them. That's where I get mad. Under the hood. suspension. There was a limited run, and you can still buy them, of coilovers made by TSP and Gecko, and I think maybe BC got a hold of that same manufacturer.
Oh, really?
But I also have this strut bar. I don't know how much it helps, but I do still understeer quite a bit. But that's most likely because the front is softer than the rear. So in tight corners, that's probably not a good thing. But as far as the engine goes, it's stock. Like most of SVX ownership is keeping it on the road. Not as far as like engine wise, but transmission and cooling system and power steering are most of your big issues. Besides that, you have wheel bearings in the back that go bad all the time. But honestly, compared to most 90s crap cars, it's not that bad. Everything has its quirks. Once I replaced the bearings, I've never had to do it again. Once I replaced the radiator, I've never had to do it again. Cross fingers. Because it's made out of plastic.
After the jump.
Nah, it hit when I hit the curb, it went over it. All I hit was the lower control arm mount. That was it. It's fine. The curb lost.
I thought you said you had extra rear toe in there.
It does. The alignment does feel weird. So, but it was already weird because of the accident. I never
You
got.
might just be overthinking it.
No. It feels funny.
Oh, okay.
So the plan with this car. I haven't talked about this very much, but Jacob, roll that. The wheel you're on.
Where?
Over here.
Now he's gonna get a new wheel.
My plan with this car, since people want to keep hitting it, it got hit in college twice, and then it got completely decimated out here in Raleigh. So I'm going to build something that people won't want to hit. So we're going to lift this thing, and we're going to put 30s on it, and then I'm going to put metal bumpers on the damn thing.
Nice.
That way people will think twice when they get close. So I'm going to do sort of a Mad Max battle car kind of style. Since it's already crushed up, I can't fix that other side without a bunch of money being worked on, so screw it, right? We're gonna just heavy metal the hell out of this damn thing, and first starting is getting these wheels to fit, and we'll cut it up and turn it into something awesome. On to the next car. This is the Yard Fine SVX. If you've been following recently, I've been cleaning this thing out because it is the straightest car that I have, and we're going to go and take it down to Brent in South Carolina so that it can be 3D scanned, different parts and whatnot, so that one, we can make the lift kit for that. We want roof racks, we want bumpers, we want all kinds of stuff, and he's going to help us design and manufacture some of that stuff, including a roll cage, which would be awesome. So story on this car was found it in a yard going on some back roads in eastern North Carolina. Walked up to the dude's house, asked him how much he wanted. He said make an offer, so we walked away for a little higher than I wanted to, but I'm not gonna get into that. So yeah, walked off with it, drove off with it, 800 bucks, and Jacob helped me go pick it up. We pulled the engine out of it so that we can fix the XT's engine, which we should be doing really soon. This is the one full of spiders and bugs and ants. Yeah, angry looking animals who are mad because it's been moving around quite a bit lately. But yeah, that's it for this one. Let's go to the next one. Oh yeah, so before we keep continuing, this is a lift that we bought from Brent, and it is too heavy for us to get it off the trailer. It's a drive-on lift. This is the free SVX. Literally, got it for free. If you've been following recently, I revealed that we went and picked this up. The video about it has not come out yet, but obviously it was free. If I can get it open. So this is a half leather, half cloth trim, non-sunroof car. So what's that good for?
Racing.
Yeah, he got it. This one is also not full of angry spiders. It does have a lot of dead bugs though. Oh, in there.
Half leather. What is that? Suede? It's like suede or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it is a luxury trim option, which is what this car is. Luxury. It's a GT car. So plans with this one. So the green one, Angry Mad Max hit me please car. The red one, we're gonna use it for scanning, try and keep it clean, maybe just keep it as stock as possible.
Paint job.
Yeah, definitely a paint job, but it's the lowest on the list. The goal with the red car is purely as a control of all of our experiments. So you got an angry off-road version, you've got the light Miata weight swapped XT, which will be nimble and agile for autocross. You've got the red car that will be mostly stock. So what do we do with this one? So the SVX is Subaru's answer to the 300ZX, the Toyota Supra, the R32 Skyline, and the RX-7. All of the non-turbo versions. They didn't turbo this car because they weren't willing to put the money into it. They also weren't willing to put the money into any GT racing. They also weren't willing to develop a transmission that could handle the torque of the flat six, or at least borrow one or something, right? They didn't want to do any of that. They also did a lot of one-off stuff, like this is a 5x1 14.3 lug pattern that nothing Subaru made shared with in the 90s. So why was this car so different? It was just something they decided to do to compete with everyone else, and then gave up on it really quick. So my goal with this car is to build what the rest of those Japanese legendary cars are like today. The Supra, 1,000 horsepower. The Skyline, crazy twin turbo straight six builds. The RX-7, legendary curvy beautiful car. Well, this is a legendary car. It's curvy, it's beautiful, it's a 90s legend, but why didn't Subaru try to keep up? Well, that's because they started winning rally races. So I'm going to build what Subaru didn't want to build. So we're going to turbo this car. We're going to make it real nice. It's going to be a nice highway cruising, top speed, all-wheel drive. If we can, try and incorporate the four-wheel steering into this, because in Japan they came with that. That's what I want to build, and that's what this one's going to be. It's going to be the epitome of what 90s legends are today, except in a modified form, because stock is whack. Like, why would we do that? So that's what I want to do. What do y'all think?
I think it's cool. I think SVXT would be awesome.
That's an SVXT.
Well, SVXT, this one. Put a turbo in this one.
Oh, well,
That's why I added the T.
I would do a TT
Okay.
on this one.
Okay.
I want to turbo the green one. I want to do a remote mount turbo on the green one. But the GTR came twin turbo. The 300Z came twin turbo. The Supra came twin turbo.
Yeah.
So I want a twin turbo this.
The RX-7 was twin turbo.
RX-7 also came twin turbo, and the fucking 3000 GT, which is literally the same fucking car in a lot of ways, came twin turbo. So why not? Right?
Yeah,
Right?
Those
Yeah.
bugs in the back are scary.
Yeah, they are. That's Virginia. Okay, so we're gonna get into Jacob's stuff.
My stuff. Okay. His stuff. All right.